level 1, 2, 3. Caesar, maybe rest of time. Okay. But the point is you need to know Thai vocabulary, right? Thai vocabulary, if you want to work in Thai firm, you need to know Thai vocabulary. It's for Thai people. And you need master degree. It's a must. You need to pursue master degree no matter what. For the one who think that personal trader is good enough, you're wrong. For the one who think you can start your own business when you are young, might be wrong, because what you see is just you just look at the one who becomes successful, but the chance to become successful when you are young is very very slim, lower than 20%. But you just look at this 20% and you make yourself believe that you can also do it. You see the restaurant outside the campus, most of them they fail, right? Before they open the restaurant, they think, well, I will sell a lot, I will sell a lot, and then disappear. Same thing. You need to get a full-time job at least 10 years. 10 years at least. Find a good job. Trader at home is not called a job, okay? It's called hobby. For the lazy people, you want to make excuses to your parents. I have the job, I have the personal trader, I trade at my house and I can earn money. That is a lazy people. You need to get a real job, full-time jobs. And what else? When you get a job, investment banker is a tough business. They require you to work many hours because they pay you very, a lot of money. So you need to be patient. You need to be strong. You need to be strong and work hard. Because you just work for like a couple of years and then you go and study master degree already. So be patient with your job. Don't quit. Find investment bank job to be your start career. You don't go around and try on the waste of time. And what I told you about this already. And when you receive money, what do you do with your money? The principle is this: you don't ever let your expenses go beyond your bill. Period. So you need to do your yourself personal cash budget. What you have done, this is for the company, right? What about you? Your pocket. You need to care about your pocket. List your revenue, okay? And also list your expenses. List your expenses. So you if the expense tend to go above revenue, you need to cut your expenses. Alright? How do you cut your expenses? You don't buy the stuff that is not necessary. What do we mean by not necessary stuff? You don't have an excuse for what that is necessary stuff. Okay? So no luxury brand name. Okay? Just think about it, think in your head. Luxury brand name equals to stupid. Stupid equal to luxury brand name. The queen of Bhutan, she came to visit us, because she got to pay respect to our king. And then she went to shopping. And the seller in that mall, they said, they remember the face, right? This is the queens. And then they pay respect to the queen. They said, no, it's fine. And look what the queen shopped. All the stuff. No brand name at all. Reasonable price, no brand name. They are the queens. What about you? You are queens, you are king. Even our king, he doesn't use the luxury brand name at all. His palace, right? Have you ever been inside? Inside of the palace is the farm. The place that the king lives is very, very small. And outside his house is You know, he tried to taste so many things, right? Like scientists to taste the things to help people. But the place that he lived is nothing. So no, say no to luxury brand name. No. And if you don't have car, I said that already. You don't have car, you don't have house, don't buy unless you have enough cash to pay. You don't pay installment, okay? You don't borrow money from bank and support your cars. Why? You don't have enough money to pay monthly. You see, your salary is, let's say, 30,000, 18,000. If you buy the car, you need to pay installment close to 10,000 already. 10,000 every month. How much left? Can you survive? No. What about the house? House is a good investment. Yes, it's a good investment. But again, if you borrow money to buy a house, you have a lot of borrowed money, just like the knife standing in your bag already. You cannot quit your job, yes or no? So every day that you go to work, your life is terrible because you cannot quit. You need the money. And where is your happiness? So you don't have any flexibility at all by generating this kind of stuff. So don't buy car and house if you don't have enough cash. But if you have enough cash, what kind of house should we buy? The house that number one, high liquidity. Number two, great locations. Number three, you are so sure that you can sell and get capital gain. That's all. This is a good investment. What about the car? You have the money, you have the cash enough to pay for the car. The car price is supposed to be not higher than 600,000, 700,000. I need to deal with multi-million business. I cannot drive this that much. I understand, and that's true. If you are that successful, and then you need your look, right, to be reliable. So you don't buy the car that more than Honda Accord or Toyota Camry. Camry and Accord, I think is acceptable already. You know, the founder of Google, the founder of Facebook, the founder of Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett, you know, the car that they use. So simple. Because they say that the job for you, the car, is to bring the people from one place to the other. That's it. They don't use the face to sit in the car. They use the ass to sit in the car. Don't use your face to sit in the car. Use your ass. Correct? And no credit card? No. 10 years. Believe me, 10 years. Say no to that. Why? Again and again, you have what? Let's say you want to buy something not important, and then you don't have enough cash. What do? You use credit card. You don't think you use. And at the end of the month, what happens? Again and again, you have salary, let's say 20,000. You need to pay for your credit card, and you have nothing left. Your life will become terrible again. And if you cannot cover your credit card, what happens? They will charge you 20%. Can you find any stock that provide 20%? Very hard to find 20%. Very hard. So no, say no to credit card. Okay? Credit card equals to lost future. Remember that. Credit card equals to lost future. What else? You need to work out every day, okay? Because all the wealth will not transfer to the doctor. If you don't work out, what happens? Your body will get weaker and weaker. When you get sick, what happens? You have to go to hospital, AC, say hospital, and you pay the doctor, right? Instead of to collect your wealth, you have to transfer your wealth to doctor because you don't work out. How often should you be work out? 3 days a week. 3 days a week at least. And how long? At least half an hour. You need to start to burn something out first. Half an hour. Lower than that is nothing. You know? And what you should pay, what you should do with your money is, again, pay to your parents. Give to your parents. Because without the parents, there is no you. You cannot sit here without the parents. So give your parents something. 1,000 baht, 500 baht. Maybe take them to restaurant. When you get salary, right? They will feel very happy for you. And then what else? When you die, I just came back from my uncle's funeral. You know, so many people die right nowadays. Many people die. And the average age of the people now is 65. My uncle just pulled down the average again, just like my dad. My uncle passed away at 63. You see, people try to die faster. So before they die, right? They have to they scream sometimes because it's very hurtful. The body is very hurtful, and then they think that even though they have a lot of money, they cannot spend it. They cannot even hire somebody to get sick instead of him. So what you have to do is to transform or transfer what we call external asset to be internal asset. This is very important. This should be your goal or objective of your life. Transform external asset to internal asset. What do you mean by internal asset? Internal means the asset that you can use it every time because it's in your mind already. Just like what I want you to donate every day. Okay, keep donating. Do something. We have the donation box, right? You can feed the dog with some food, you know, help people. But the thing is you have to do everything. Okay? 5 baht, 2 baht, 3 baht. That's fine. But do everything. When you want to die, think about this, yes or no? You still can feel happy, yes or no? It's staying with you because we call that internal asset. It's in your heart already. You can take this. You cannot take external, which is the money, which is your daughter, your son, your house, you cannot take with you, except the goodness that you have done when you still alive. Okay? What else we have to do every day? Meditation. Very important. Every day 5 minutes. You know, when you want your body to be stronger, you feed your body with the food, yes or no? But have you ever feed your soul? Your soul needs the food too. And the food or how you exercise the soul is too many things. It's very, very important. If you get off when you have a problem in your life, again when you suffer from the problem in your life, what do you do? Do you remember when you feel suffer? 2 steps. First step, count the number, yes or no? Counting. Don't think about that problem, yes or no? Try to defend yourself. No, I don't want to think about that problem. So you have to think something else. Like what? Count the number. In Buddhism, we used to decide the word Putto. But if you're a finance student, you might count the number as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until 1,000 and come back to 1 again. You don't let the problem come to your head, okay? Because if you go to feeling, stop thinking about that problems. Count the number. When you wake up, 1, 2, 3, until you sleep. You stop counting when
กู
the
เพิ่งเริ่
problem
ม
is
สวดมนต์
clear.
เมื่อก่อน
That
เกิดมา
moment
ในชีวิตกูไม่
you
เคยสวด
have
มนต์
a
เลย
lot
กูเพิ่งสวดมนต์ครั้ง
of power already.
กูได้หนังสือ
Now is
กู
your
โคตร
time.
โคตร
It's
คอน
your
เซนเทรต
time. All your turn
ไม่คิดอะไร
to
เลยเว้ย
bring
เพราะ
that
คำมันยาก
problem, that problem to solve it. Because you have
ไม่
enough
ใช่พลัง
power.
เอกสัตว์
You know how to deal with this problem already. Because of you have mind power. So you change from defensive to be aggressive. You know what I mean? You tackle with this problem with aggressive strategy. You know, you think like what? Every problem is temporary, yes or no? It will be gone one day. If you fail this course, what do you do? Kachana, you fail this course, for example, you come back, right? And don't be sad. Don't be sad. Because people fail, right? You have to sometimes, okay, accept. And then come back. And you take it. But before that, you don't get it. You think, oh, this is bad, and you start to cry, right? That's why you need to count the number. You need to count the number. Very important. And if you are single, it's the best. Okay, single is the best. Don't hurry to have boyfriend, girlfriend. No need to hurry. You need to have
Don't be hurry
everything secure before you think about this.
เจ็บป่ะอ๋อ
You need to graduate, master degree. You need to have CFA, and you need to get a good job. That is the time to start to have this. And when you have boyfriend, you have to think about the criteria. Yes, I told you about this. The criteria of your boyfriend, girlfriend is 5%. This or not? 5%. It's very important. Don't kill, don't steal, don't lie, don't do sexual misconduct. And by the way, massage parlor is a sinful massage parlor. You know what I'm talking about? Massage parlor. The place that you pay for sexual activity. You think, hey, this is good because I pay you. Nothing wrong with that. Let me tell you something. This is super wrong. Okay? Why super wrong? Because you don't know the girl who come to work. I mean, they have boyfriend or not. You have no idea. Yes or no? Maybe they have a husband. They have a husband. And then they try to hire the husband to come to work. How do you know they don't have the parents, right? No, the parents, I don't think the parents agree for her to come to work like this. And you say you pay for this. We are women, no. It's wrong. Okay? Don't do it. And 5 1 is do not drink, do not gamble. Correct? If you can find the one boyfriend, girlfriend to have 5%, you will say. But you to get a good one, you need to be good also. That's why you need to also have 5%. If your husband doesn't have 5%, what happens? When you go back home, your husband will punch you in your face, right? And then you lose your nose, kapu. And then steal your money, right? And then go to casino, punch your face in front of your kids. By the way, should we have kids? Let's say you fall in love and then you get married. That's a terrible thing, right? Do you want to have kids? No kids. Right? When you have no kids, why? First of all, if your kids come out and then he or she is disabled, disability, just like my brother, you know, he came up with disability. The parent need to take care of his life. How many years old? 30 years old. You see? You think it's good? I don't think so. disability. Let's say if they come out with perfect body and their behavior is so bad, even though you raise them very well, you teach them well, you teach them everything, and then they repay back to you with his punch. Sometimes you are wrong, right? And then you have your son, you teach your son very well every day, and then your son come home when he go out, and your son yell at you, "You are bad mom, I don't believe you," and punch you. This is what happened, so bad. Why does that happen? Because you did the bad karma, okay, and the bad karma will turn back to you. เจ้ากรรมนายเวร we call เจ้ากรรมนายเวร you come to your stomach and you become to kids. You need to repay them because you did something terrible to them before. So I recommend to you, okay, no kids. Kids equals to trouble. Trust me. If you have one kid, you will be poor for 10 years. 10 years. You know? And you need to be nice and kind to people. You know, don't be the bully like Donald Trump. Not good. You know, now our world is getting crazy nowadays. They act with no reason. They act with their feeling, no reason to support. Okay? They just try to do whatever they want. So you need to protect yourself. You need to be strong because the world will be a lot more terrible. Alright? And you also need to put down your attitude. Okay? Put down your attitude. Have confidence, but do not have the ego. They are not the same thing. You have to have confidence, but not the ego. Ego is disgusting. You show them to know everything like you know nothing. Disgusting. And try to help people. Never stop learning. Okay, in finance, in your field, right? You go to the bookstore, you see many books, new book. You buy, right? And study. Maybe there's more technique that you can use to help you become better in your career, right? Never stop learning. And whatever you have left, you have to invest your money. Okay? Invest your money every month. Don't underestimate the power of compounding. Alright? So let's say you have the money, what do you do with your money? If you have no idea, this money to manage it, super easy. 30% you buy fixed income, 70% equity. Fixed income, you look for IF, retirement mutual fund, bond mutual fund, right? Try to diversify your bond also. Okay? You buy 30% of your saving and 70% stocks. Okay? You buy 45 stocks, you do your homework, okay? You are long-term investor. And be long-term investor. Pick the best 5 stocks in different industry. The kind is supposed to be the high dividend. ROE is supposed to be higher than 15%. Market leader, okay? And you need to make sure this company will survive in the next 10-20 years. And low debt. And when you buy on panic, just like Donald Trump won the presidency. That is a panic. This is the best time to buy. Do you remember? Because the stock that you all buy is the good fund. They will survive no matter what. Yes or no? They sell the stock because of no reason, just like and education, okay? Sell it when it's overbought, maybe it hit your intrinsic value, you sell. So 5 stock, different 5 industry, okay? You need to diversify. And you need to invest every month. Keep investing every month, don't stop. Okay? And when you retire, you will have a lot of money. Many millions. Okay? That's why you don't need to care about your kids. Yes or no? Even though you have no kids, you have money. Can you hire your personal nurse? Yes, you can hire your personal nurse, right? You're super rich. You're a billionaire. Can you hire a personal nurse? Absolutely. Let's make 10 of them. Yes or no? Why not? We have the money, right? Let the money work for you. You know? And you know, this is the thing that you should keep that in mind. Alright? Everything that I just said to you. Okay, by the way, if you are interested about Karma, I already put the website in this page. This is my souvenir, okay? I have the picture of Lord Buddha and 20 things to remember, the thing that just mentioned earlier. Okay, you keep this in your pocket for the rest of your life. You keep this. Okay, and look it sometimes. You know, this is Ajahn sharing. Take away. You can forget all the things that I teach you here. Okay, Ajahn, this is important. I hope everyone to have good future. Everybody, right? You are my student. Even though you're a stumble, you're bad, you still my student. Right? Especially the one who studied with me for corporate finance. You see, very long journey, right? Corporate finance. And let's remember you study corporate finance.